The tear-up merchant would always fight in the gap of a split second, where the two halves are presented. Good or bad choices. He or she has the fight in nature to block the bad and fight no matter what obstacle for the good. These lights shine in self-love. They will stand for it. These are the ones that will have a tear up. Believe. Believe.
My name is Darren Dwayne Hammond. I'm 35 years young. I've had 16 fights, 14 wins, 1 disqualification, 1 loss. The first thing that got me interested in fighting was the silver screen, watching Rocky. I think it was Rocky 2, and you think, wow, you know. And I just think it just captured everything. It captured what it captures in all young boys. My testosterone drove me to boxing, fighting. My uncle had some sort of experience in boxing and he brought me to the first boxing gym and I went from there. I discovered that I have a lot of perseverance. And when I'm in the ring, I'm fighting with someone and it's that part of who wants it more. I know there's issues in my life that I've had, but he hasn't had the same issues. He ain't got the same hunger, he has not felt the same pain. There's times in that ring when I say to myself, I'd rather die before I let you beat me. I'm thinking about death, I'm thinking about life and death situation. And I think the other person in their head, they just want to be, they just want stardom. I just want to win for stardom, or I just want to win for money and fame. Subconsciously, I think I release certain fears as well. I mean, certain fears that I didn't tackle as a child, or tackle as a teen. Not defending myself certain times, not taking certain opportunities to fight certain people, and because I was afraid. But there's a part of me that really wanted to do it. And I don't know, that fear, and there's a thin line between fear and crazy anger. And I could just use fear as my friend and then override it with that crazy anger. Do you know what I think as well? It's like that attitude in life, it hasn't actually helped me directly, but I can see how it could help me. I'm gonna say something quite weird. I mean, it's like do or die, make or break. I'm going for it. I'm gonna go for it. That's what a lot of people need in life, especially in London. London is a city. I'm from a small town. I'm from Bristol. The London mentality is about now. I need me. It's all about me. Even getting on the tube. If you don't hustle and get to the front, you're gonna miss the tube. It's just a different kind of mentality. But even before I started the boxing thing, I had that aggressive attitude just coming to London. Because when I came to London to get away from Bristol, where certain situations, i.e. my life being threatened and things like that, bad stuff happening in Bristol. So I left Bristol and I came to London, and it was like the recession hit and I needed a job. And it was just like, even just getting a job was aggressive. So from then on, I said to myself, right, I'm gonna have to believe in myself. I'm gonna have to believe I'm better than anyone else. But if I don't have a job here, I'm gonna be messed up. I'm not gonna have no job. I'm not gonna be able to eat. So I was literally on the breadline. I believe in destiny, and I felt that I've read my destiny. And I say to myself, before I even agreed to take this fight, I know it's my destiny to win. So when the beginning ain't going well, I'm going, okay, this is supposed to be just part of it. I just got to overcome this. I've already got this as a little small obstacle. Obviously, destiny's saying, right, you can have it, but you have to get over this first. So when I'm going through that I don't know, that obstacle in the fight, I'm going, I don't care whatever happens, I'm just gonna bite on my gum shield and come back harder, come back stronger. The main belief is that I believe I'm special. I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm in the process of creating the book. But to be honest, I don't really know what chapter I'm on. I don't know how many more chapters are going to go, but I know that I'm in the process, me and Spencer Fearon are in the process of creating something really special. For me, I think it's all to do with this, the mental side of it, the psychology side of it is that the person who would more want to box is definitely fighting with knowledge, he's fighting with skill. The person who's fighting and getting drawn into a tear-up is emotionally involved. If you're emotionally involved, then you're not strategic. It's not a strategic move. In respect of having a strategy, if you're having a strategy, yeah, your strategy should be to try and outwork the other person or try and hit them without them hitting you. And emotionally being involved could go back on your strategic plan in a certain respect. You know, you can have a strategy where you can outfight someone. So therefore, say if someone has a bit more boxing skill than what you have, yeah, and you know they're not as rough, maybe you might have to use it as a strategy. You have to then, you know, use your emotion to then to be aggressive and have a terror. Some kids were not dropped as a child, yeah, and some kids were. Some kids had when they say rough paper round, some kids never. I'd bring it all down to upbringing. That kid from the street who's had it tough, he was grit. Maybe his dad punched him and beat him up, or he used to get beat up at school. But then he took it in a way that he always started fighting back, and he was just being a tough kid from a kid. That kid would be the kid that in the ring will bite on his gum shield and won't give up. The kid that was mollycoddled and looked after well and got given knitted jumpers at Christmas and stuff like that, yeah, that kid, but then he was a boxer, but he was a classy boxer, blah, 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 bit of a pretty boy, straight nose, yeah. Yeah, excellent boxer, yeah, excellent timing, excellent rhythm, he's got a bit of a punch. That kid, when it comes to the heat time, turn on the heat, I think that kid would bail out.
Single shot. No bow in, ain't doing anything. Yeah, where's the punch? Head movement, keep going, head movement. That's it. Where's the punch?
We are not inherently vicious. The creation of a vicious breed is in reality the creation of an image.
Beetje rust. Blijf maar open. 1, 2, 3, rust. 1, 2, 3. Balansie. Balansie.